If you've been working, especially depending on the age you are, and you realize that today, just like 10 years ago, you're still managing the same struggle to keep the bills paid or put money in the bank and do certain things, you have to realize that it's bigger than just the amount. It's what type of software are we utilizing, and are we maximizing our potential that we have out here? See, if we had everything that it took to get us where we want to go, we would just be there. It's just like in sales. I watch people that have they have champagne taste, but a beer level work ethic. And they want to make money, but they think that making $100,000 a year just happens. No, it requires effort to get that. Making 80 grand a year requires effort. I don't care what industry you're in.
Day 4, we not average Joes, we sales pros.
A 21-year-old with no previous sales experience is making $10,000 a month. With all the negative information and the negative media going on, especially throughout this political cycle, I wanted to come at you with some good news. And what that is that this is just one of the many examples that I can give you that not 10, 15, or 5 years ago were people making money in automotive sales at their dealership. It still happens now. There's a young man that I had the opportunity to train earlier this year, in June, as a matter of fact, by the name of Kobe Bates in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I want to share with you, I got an email from him, and I stay in contact with people that I train. And there's people who I train at the dealership. And then there's a lot of people who have gone online and have joined my membership site and taken all the courses. And I get the messages from them because the videos, the audios, the manuals, it helps them. It's literally like I'm standing there with them, coaching them. It's just that when I'm at a dealership, I'm like right there and we role playing. But let me share with you what Kobe said. Kobe said, and before I start that, please do me a favor, hit that like button for me. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscription and turn the notification bell on. And that way you'll be notified when I release new videos. And your like is like currency. I'll never ask for a cash app. I'll never ask for a super chat, but I do ask for a like. It helps share the video with other people. I really do appreciate it. But this is from Kobe. And it says, what's going on, Mr. Brian? Hope you have been well. How have you been? Sorry. I've been doing great. Sold 11 in June with only 3 weeks worked. He went on vacation. He was lucky to get vacation in first month. I was just there. July, put up 17. In September, sold 23 units. Just one half deal away from being salesman of the month. Smashed all the goals that we set in class. Made over $10,000 last month. Just wanted to reach out to you and thank you once again for the opportunity. I wouldn't have done it without you. And this email isn't about me. It's all about that young man, Kobe, or many other young men and women out there. Nothing makes me happier than when I see a young man or a young woman who may have been working their job and have been struggling to make ends meet. They get involved in the business. They go through training. They pay attention. They listen. They apply. And they're making more money than their parents were combined. You know, I see single mothers that can afford to put their children in latchkey or can afford to pay their babysitter now and have their children in better schools. I see those families where I've seen fathers be able to allow their significant others to be able to stay home with the children or enjoy maternity leave without being stressed out. I've never seen any other industry where without any out-of-pocket expense and just with a GED or a high school diploma, you have the legal and legitimate opportunity to make $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 a year in this business. And it's simple. It is not rocket science. People think it's all about, you got to know everything about the vehicles. No, you don't. I don't work on cars. I'm not a motorhead. Never have been, never will be. But you do have to be someone who enjoys interacting with people. Because guess what? Everything you need to know about every specific vehicle on the car is on the sticker. As a matter of fact, while we're here talking, I want you to check something out before you get out of here because I'm not sure if you're going to stay to the end. Some do and some don't. But check this out before you go. Check out the Selling for Success sales training portal. It has sales training courses, audios, videos, manuals, everything you need to catapult your sales results to a whole new level. So remember, check out sellingforsuccess.org, the sales training portal. So, and then every year there's a whole new batch of them coming out with the new year. But what you do want to get to know is people. What makes us tick? The psychology. What is it that makes us do what we do? Sales is psychological. It's like saying you're in the car business or the automotive business. No, you're in the people business. People buy from people who they like and they trust. So when I see folks spending all types of resources on Netflix and on Amazon Primes and on all other types of crazy memberships or on Yeezys and LeBrons, But the same person who has the potential to make $10,000 a month, to make $7,000 a month, $5,000 a month consistently is unwilling to put the time, because investment isn't just about money. It's about the time. It's about carving out 30 minutes a day for yourself, maybe an hour, maybe 5 hours a week, where you dedicate that fully to your learning. If you can give YouTube and Amazon Prime and Netflix hours of your life that you will never get back, but you can't give it to yourself. And see, this is a question I always ask people, especially salespeople. I say, yeah, Brian, I want to make money. I want to this. I want to be a business. I say, how can you ever expect anyone else to feel comfortable investing their hard-earned money with you when you don't even invest in you? How can you expect anybody to want to spend their quality time that they'll never get back listening to you or being with you when you don't even spend time with just you? You don't find quiet time to build yourself. And think about this. We all walk around with these mini computers in our pocket. And the computer was designed based off of the human brain. Now, your cell phone, our cell phones get these software update requests. And when I ask people, I say, you get how many software update requests do you get a year? They say, 7, 10, 15. I say, well, we can all agree that we get at least three software update requests on our cell phones every year, right? Yeah. I say, what is the purpose of a software update request? And I'll ask you, what is the purpose of a software update request on your phone? And if you said it's to work out any of the bugs in any of the things or to help it perform at its best with all of the updates and the changes that are happening to the network, I would say you're 1,000% right. Now, here's the kicker. The mini computer in your pocket has the updated software so it can perform at its peak with all of the updates that are going on within the networks and in the social platforms within day-to-day, right? Now, if the mini computer was created based off of the supercomputer, imagine the software updates required for us, for you to perform at your peak with all of the updates that's happened in society and within the social networks, the real life networks, the human networks. You see, you got people in 2024 that haven't updated their software since 2021, 2005. Some people, maybe even in the 90s, they haven't learned anything new. They haven't acquired any new skill. They haven't stretched themselves. And then they wonder, why does it seem like I keep running in this rat race and I'm not getting ahead? Why am I making the same amount of money this year that I made 10 years ago? Well, because you're still utilizing the same programming this year than you had 10 years ago. And even if you are making more money this year than you did 10 years ago, is it because of skill set or is it because of inflation? If you've been working, especially depending on the age you are, and you realize that today, just like 10 years ago, you're still managing the same struggle to keep the bills paid or put money in the bank and do certain things, you have to realize that it's bigger than just the amount. It's what type of software are we utilizing and are we maximizing our potential that we have out here? See, if we had everything that it took to get us where we want to go, we would just be there. It's just like in sales. I watch people that have all of they have champagne taste, but a beer level work ethic. And they want to make money, but they think that making $100,000 a year just happens. No, it requires effort to get that. Making 80 grand a year requires effort. I don't care what industry you're in. And it just so happened that in the automotive industry, people come to you. You get an opportunity almost every single day to bridge the gap between somebody who has a need and your store that has a product or service that can help them. And so one thing I always tell people is to treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. If you know you in this industry and you've been struggling month to month and you say, yo, Brian, I don't have the resources to invest in myself. You don't have the time not to invest in yourself. Because if it's tough for you today, based on the rate of inflation and how we see it, how tough is it going to be for you tomorrow, next year, 5 years from now? And if you can't afford it today, what makes you ever think you ever going to be able to afford it to put you where you need to be? And when I say afford it, again, it's not always about money. Sometimes it's just about the time and the discipline. Look at that Amazon. Look at that Netflix. Look at that Hulu. Look at that Gucci belt, that Louis belt. What is any of those things giving you that's going to put food on your table or pay a bill for you? Nothing. So whenever you know you're going to be investing time or resources, do your best to make sure that you get a return on your investment. That's all I ask. But I wanted to jump on and show you people are still making money in 2024. And this is September the 13th that I'm putting this out. If you are struggling at your dealership, click the link in the description. Click the link in the comments. Go on over. check out the Selling for Success sales training platform. I assure you, you'll be happy that you did. Other than that, I'm Brian Maxwell, and I look forward to seeing you at the dealership and at the top. Over and out.